Hey there, Pisces. How are you this evening? That deck's upside down. There we go. Let's see. My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, June 23rd through Thursday, June 26th. I will be back on... What day am I coming back on? Sorry, Wednesday with bonus readings. Sorry, to get you through your weekend. That's the whole deal. We're just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk about. And that'll do it. Okay, this is for my Pisces. Got it. All right, Pisces, what do we got? We are starting with the Two of Swords, okay? Followed by the Page of Pentacles, and then I have the Two of Pentacles. All right, that's your backstory or your recent past. Currently, I have you Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the World card. In the near future, I'm looking at the Knight of Wands, the Star card, and the Eight of Cups. All right then. Bottom of the deck for this reading is the Eight of Wands. So there's definitely an issue here with communication. Whether that is a breakdown in communication or a lack of communication or possibly just a lack of effective communication. That's the undercurrent to this reading, is this communication, okay? The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is actually the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to say that this is how you're presenting right now, it appears. So male or female, doesn't matter. You're presenting right now in your feminine. As the Queen of Swords, you are somebody who is tired of the bullshit, for lack of a better way to say it. You feel like people around you are not being authentic, or they're trying to deceive you or control you in some way. So you have your sword drawn. You're just trying to get to the bottom of things. You're trying to act very logically. You're trying to keep emotions at bay, which is not really something that's comfortable for a Pisces. So obviously you're defensive right here. So let's see. We're going to see how these two play in. Let's start from the beginning, which is the recent past. Oh, my nose. Sorry, we have the Two of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. So in the recent past, you began to try to rebuild a foundation for yourself, basically. Whatever was in the past was in the past. This is the past to the past, right? But anyways, you were trying to rebuild, okay? There was a huge amount of... There was an inability to be able to find balance, for sure. And there were a lot of unanswered questions around you, a lot of lack of closure around you. So that you were having a very hard time deciding on direction or deciding what was right and what was wrong for you. It looks like a very, very confusing time. And all the while you were trying to build this new foundation because obviously the old one had fallen apart, right? All right. Let's see. Sorry. There we go. So now we're going to... That's your recent past. We couldn't change it if we wanted to. But we're going to go forward. However it played out is what's affecting the rest of your reading. Okay. Currently, where are you at? Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the World. So whatever this indecision and confusion is that you were dealing with in the past is what's got you in this Queen of Swords. So you must feel as though emotion is part of what caused the problems up here. Okay? Where I feel in reality most of the problems were caused by ineffective communication, but at any rate, it's rendered you being the Queen of Swords. Okay. The World card, you're trying to end that cycle, or you're trying to close out the cycle. The cycle may include you closing something out with somebody, meaning that you're trying to close out a cycle with somebody. Okay. But what you're really trying to close out is all this indecision or confusion. With the Six of Wands, there's a lot of people who seem to have input into this whole dynamic here. Meaning a lot of people have an opinion, and for some reason you're listening to them. Which isn't necessarily bad in moderation, but it feels like a lot of people are really trying to almost pull your strings. There's a lot of people around you right now that seem very manipulative. So they are trying to influence your decisions to best benefit them, is how I see this. I don't know that I could tell you it was in a nefarious way, because I don't know that they believe they have ill intent, but they definitely have self-serving intentions. They are not worried about what's in your best interest. They're worried about what's going to serve them. So Yeah. And here again, communication is the key. All right, let's keep going. Where are we going in the near future? I'm sorry, for some reason this is troubling me, something fierce up here. I don't know if it's that you don't understand how manipulative the people around you are, or if they're managing to sell it as being concerned about you. And yeah. Okay, let's keep going. In the near future, what do I have? Knight of Wands, the Star, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Wands is all about, in this instance, I feel as though this is all about you growing very angry as you realize how much you've been manipulated, is the same word I keep coming up with, but it's like how much you've been controlled in some respects by people that you took in as your friends or your lovers. I don't know. These are people that you let get close to you, and they're really not necessarily good people. All right, with the Star, it doesn't matter whatever happens here. You're still not going to allow it to stomp out your hope and faith in the future. However, I do believe that as you come to the realization of how these people actually are and what they're trying to do to you and your life, you are going to walk away from it. Walk away from them. Yeah. All right, let me see. What else do I got here? Behind the Eight of Wands, I have the Nine of Wands now in the Magician. So with the Nine of Wands, this is just, the reason these people were able to come in and even have this effect on you is because they came in at a time when you were wounded. With the Magician, you almost manifested the people in because you wanted somebody to help you heal from something that had hurt you, but this wasn't the answer, believe me. This wasn't the answer. This person's definitely, they're only out to make you heal because so that they can siphon your energy for themselves, you know, or siphon whatever it is they want from you. Alrighty, Four of Swords, Justice, and the Three of Swords. I mean, with the Four of Swords, you need to rest and recover. Truly, you need to heal, but you need to heal. And you kind of have to do it on your own. You really can't depend on other people to heal you like that. Justice will be served in this. This person will pay for what they are doing to you, but that's not necessarily going to help you. Three of Swords, this is somewhat heartbreaking. Your heart was already broken, so they can't really break a broken heart, right? But whatever parts of it you tried to heal, it was like it was done with Elmer's glue instead of super glue, and it's just smashing it back open again. Your discernment was off on this one. That's what I'll say, okay? It happens to the best of us, but it's never, it's always unfortunate. There you go. All right. I got to do days of the week. What do you got for Monday? Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. So you're starting to realize that the people around you are taking more than they're giving, that the reciprocity is off. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Swords, it's starting to get you in your brain so that you can't, in some respects, I think some of you have been gaslighting yourself to try to believe this is a good situation. It's not. Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Page of Wands is, a free spirit, and Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. Sorry. Wednesday, I've got the Five of Wands and the Death card. This is you feeling incredibly conflicted. With the Death card, all this is happening to get you to a transformation. You need to get to a sense of healing and a transformation to get out of this. Okay, Thursday, I've got the Empress and the Two of Cups. Yeah. It's possible you're going to meet somebody new on Thursday, actually, or maybe somebody you already know is coming back around. I don't know. This is somebody who does have better intentions, at least, but I don't think you need to be tied into anything right now. I think you need to heal solo and then go back out, What happened here is you went back out not healed. And so you were unhealed and you found somebody else who was more unhealed than you were, whether you can believe that or not. And that just bred toxicity into this. You definitely came across a taker. Okay? And maybe that's somehow some warped justice for something from your past. I don't know. But I do know that this is a negative situation that you have around you right now. And I don't like to see that. But there you go. It's going to be fine. Everything just works itself out. That's how it goes. No matter what the cards say, go make it the best 4 days you possibly can. All right? All right. There you go. Take care. I'll see you in a few days. Thank you.